Welcome back to America Decides. Before his appointment last month, U.S. Secret Service Director Sean Curran served as the special agent in charge of then-candidate, of course, former President Trump's security detail. This matters a great deal because Curran and several other agents sprung into action to shield the former president during that first assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania. That is him, Curran, in the black sunglasses, frame right. Curran spoke to our Jennifer Jacobs about that experience and other things in an exclusive interview. Jennifer joins me at the table now. Jennifer, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining us. What are Sean Curran's memories of that moment, and has he fully come to terms with everything that moment meant for him and the former president?
That's a great question. I tried to get him to share some recollections of the incident and what it was like to have bullets flying at people, including at him and at the former president at the time. He said that he has not fully processed all of it. He didn't seem all that interested in talking about it and really dwelling on it. He said he just moved immediately into planning for the GOP convention, which, as you know, Donald Trump is one of the most controversial people possibly on the planet. It takes a lot of planning. He has a very hectic schedule. So the Secret Service agents who form his protective detail are very, very busy. So Curran told me that he just hasn't had time to process it. He has barely thought about it. He's also very protective of information about the president. He doesn't like to speak out of turn. I tried to get him to convey to me a little bit about the president's injuries or things that the president said on the way to the hospital, things like that. He just was not willing to reveal what agents call limo talk. They're very careful to keep those things secret and private. It's just for their ears only. They just don't repeat what they're hearing from their protectees. And
discretion is a valuable part of that relationship between a president, a protectee, and the detail. They spend a lot of time together, and that idea that that is a vault in essence is important to every president I've covered. Speaking of that, though, they do have a relationship. A close relationship. Describe that in his words to you.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised by that. He talked about how much he cares for the president, and he said he felt compelled to say it's not like a political affiliation that he has with him, but it's a bond that they've created over 7 years. He was on Trump's first term on Trump's detail when Trump was president the first time. Then he was with Trump throughout the entire 4 years when Trump was out of office. He was with Trump to all these legal hearings, which were, there were countless legal hearings and all the criminal and non-criminal cases. And Sean Curran was at his side, walking behind him for all of these. So in fact, he mentioned that there was some planning by the Secret Service leadership about what to do if President Trump were sent to prison if he were convicted. And there were some discussions about sending a detail in. And Curran said, if I had to go in, I would be going in with him and be spending time in that prison in order to protect him.
Because in one case, the president was convicted. In New York, he was. The sentencing was held in abeyance and the election was conducted. Former President Trump, as we all know, won. And he was ultimately required to serve no prison time. But the Secret Service, and Sean Curran told you, had to think about this, not just at an abstract level.
Right. They talked about, they had some very serious discussions, he said, about how that would go about, how they would possibly just consider the prison to be a site like any other presidential site where they're protecting a protectee, and they would have just gone in there. And he said he actually joked to President Trump something about we might be spending an awful lot more time together in very tight quarters.
Very tight quarters indeed. Jennifer Jacobs, exclusive interview. Sean Curran, the current director of the Secret Service. Thank you very much.